Dear cousin, today I was in the synagogue, and who should come in but Jesus? He came with his band of followers. He's been away for a couple of months and now has returned here to Nazareth. The rumour is that he went and saw his cousin John and was baptized, then spent some time in the desert. I'm not sure about that, but what I do know is there's something different about him, as though he has more authority or something. Not that he hasn't always been different. Being the same age as me, we grew up together here in Nazareth. He wasn't born here, but in a village called Bethlehem near Jerusalem, and then, because of some trouble there, went with his parents to Egypt before coming back here. Jesus and I went to the synagogue school and played together when we were children. We usually joined by his brothers. You may remember James, Joseph, but probably not Jude and Simon, who were younger. Jesus was always good fun, but unlike his four brothers, did not join in the more boisterous games. He never did anything to hurt or upset anyone, even by accident, and always cared about others, even girls, not only his sisters. He was someone who could be trusted, and that made him a good friend. Like his father Joseph, Jesus became a carpenter, and a good one. He was the one who made the furniture in my house you admired. I haven't seen much of him the last years, just on the Sabbath in the synagogue, or when he calls into the workshop for a bowl or jug I've made. I suppose with his carpentry and my work as a potter, there's little time for socialising. And then with Rachel, my wife, and the children, life has been busy. Anyway, back to why I'm writing. Yesterday in the service, the elders invited Jesus to speak. He was talking about God's kingdom, and the questions he was able to answer showed great wisdom. But as for the tales of him healing people, even stopping a storm and raising the dead, they just can't be true. Yet what he said, the way he said it, brought me such a feeling of hope and expectation. I almost believed it. It is nonsense, of course. He's only a carpenter, my friend, son of Mary and Joseph, an elder brother, just an ordinary man. Yet what he taught and how seemed to put him in a very different place. Can any man make a difference to the poor and the oppressed, bring sight to the blind and freedom and hope to captives? Only a revolutionary can do that. Someone who could overthrow the Romans, and Jesus is no zealot. He hates violence. And there is always God. Now, God could bring about such changes, but Jesus isn't God either. Just me to think and write such thoughts are blasphemy, so please don't share this letter with anyone. But just imagine if Jesus was the Messiah, anointed by God to bring about the different world he talked of in the synagogue yesterday. Imagine me, Simon the potter, being able to say that I was his friend. Just imagine what would happen if I saw Jesus open the eyes of the blind, heard him give the poor riches in a different way, and those who are oppressed hope. Imagine what difference this would make to our world. Yet I know it cannot happen. Jesus is just an ordinary man, better than many of us, but nothing special. At least I think so. Must go now. Love to all your family in Jerusalem. Hope to see you for Passover. Simon.